Beanie Goddess herself. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us. Joski's tuning it up. My brother, I got to get back to you, my brother. I did not forget about you. Once I get going, I get to the end, so don't worry. Okay, Jeff Cottrell and Pinky, greetings, greetings, greetings. Joshua Love is in the house with us. Glad to see you. Excited to see what you have to share later. CC, our Shagra is also in the building. For those of you who are joining us from YouTube and Facebook and Twitter land, I am your host for the evening. It's Ray Jane. That's RayJane. And the way that we open up the Thursday night online open mic is the same way that we close it, and that's with love, right? So if you hear me yelling your name, don't, freak out. I'm not about to unmute you or nothing, put you on the spot. I just want you to know that you are welcome in this space, and we call you by name. So you know that without a doubt. Love Infinite, greetings to you. I don't know if you've been in this space before with us on Thursdays, but you can let us know. And if you haven't, expect that there's a different amount or kind of love coming your way. Still the same old New York love, just packaged a little bit differently on Thursday, that's all. All right, so I'm gonna drop the list in the chat in a bit. And I'm just gonna go ahead and share screen for those of you who did come on time at 9 o'clock. I wanna make sure that we get into this list. My dude, Gustav Salas, the Magus is here. So I can really start now. This is fantastic. D. Allen is also in the building, and Serene Poems is also here, as well as our brother Samuel Rain. And I'm sure there'll be more of us jumping into this. I see you. Okay, get your workout in. I know that's right. Look, we some multitaskers if we ain't nothing. And speaking of that, we're going to get into this share screen. And as always, hold on, let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen, We don't want no controversy up in here, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So as always, I ask just one thing, and that's if you can see the screen, you just give me a thumbs up so I know that we're looking at the same thing here, okay? I'm not just talking to myself, because, not like me, I'm cool. I see you. Thank you, Ike. All right, I see you, Joski. I love that. Audience participation. That's what this is about up in here. So shake off the, nerves. If you're feeling quiet today, well, you could be however you show up is just fine with us. But we encourage and invite you to make noise, right? Whole rest of the world telling you to be quiet, hold your tongue. We don't really want to hear what you got to say, blah, blah, blah. Up in here, on the Thursday night online open mic presented to you by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. We want you to be loud. In fact, it's an expectation, okay? I am your host, as I mentioned, it's Ray Jane, ITSRAYJANE, okay? I will be hosting with you, beside you, walking you through this poetic atmosphere and experience this evening, but I'm only one of the new friends that you can accumulate, okay? If you're looking for a safe place to be, a poetry family, or just a conduit to other places where you can spit your magic, please do come and follow us. As you can see on the screen, we got the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I got myself, again, it's Ray Jane, because we keep it easy. We keep it easy, we keep it simple, okay? And also, I know you see up in the Zoom screen, and also if you don't know, on Monday nights, we do a very similar thing. It's not the same. And we're going to tell you exactly how it's different a little bit later, but shout out to the dopest host in the Zoomverse, also known as Elemental the Poet, and that's with a 2, not a T, okay? So please feel free to contact, communicate, connect with us. We put these ads here, not just, so we can get followers and I follow you back. No, we don't do that. Okay, follow us, we can follow you back, we can support you, we can, pass on the knowledge that we have. And sometimes you got more than we do, and sometimes we got more than you do. So just open up that highway of exchange, okay? Also, you'll see there at Paul Conqueso, who is our host for Voices and Vibes, which is now going back to our karaoke after party. But again, the confusion, if there's any, will be revealed and clarified as you stick with us further on in the show, okay? And you know who's going to do that clarification? The same person who's holding us down on the tech side, our tech god, Ron Mark Thompson, also known as RMT. So if you ever hear anybody say, you down with RMT? You're supposed to say, yeah, you know me. All right. And if you don't remember it, just don't say nothing. Just put a heart up in the little screen, you know what I'm saying? And or just listen, because you'll find out how to operate in a room just by paying attention. Okay. And if you don't know, we're gonna tell you how to operate. And what are we even doing anyway, right? So poetry, music, comedy. We got folks who have signed up 24 hours ahead of time. Don't worry, we're gonna get into how you can be one of those people. If you did not find yourself on the guarantee list, which I'm finna drop in the chat right now. Okay, I see people already asking for the good luck round. What's that, Ray Jane? I'm finna tell you. Just chill, just hold on, okay? So 24 hours ahead of time, the folks that signed up were able to get on what we call the guaranteed list. So that's just 20 people. And that means there's space for other people who didn't know how to sign up, who forgot. You got other stuff going on. It's real life out here, so we try to give grace for that and still leave space for you to have your own time to shine. And that's what we call the good luck round. So how do you get on the good luck round? You send me a Zoom DM. Okay. So a private message, just let me know, hey, Ray Jane, I don't see myself on this list. I like to get down. We usually leave space for about, maybe 3 or 5 people, depending on how much time we have. And the more time we have, the more people we can have. So that means we strongly, strongly encourage you. We know genius is very hard to bottle. But if you could try to keep it to 3 minutes, that would be amazing, right? This way we can make space for more genius to be shared, right? But if you do have a longer piece, please hit us up, let us know, right? So we can see if we have space and time for the entirety of it, right? And if you're one of those people that's like, you know what, this sounds dope. I think I want to sign up next time. I want to make sure I'm on the guarantee list. Good luck sound cool, but it also sound late and I got to go to bed, right? If you're anything like me, you got to go to work in the morning. So if you want to be one of those people who ends up at the beginning of the list as opposed to the end of the list, please do know that our sign up is 24 hours ahead of time. So what does that mean? So that means since we are sharing at 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, you are going to be signing up at the neweurekan.org at 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, right? So what does that even mean to sign up? So you're going to go to neweurekan.org. You're going to say, where would I normally find the events? The full events calendar, right? And then you're going to pick your Thursday of choice. And you say, now, when the hell did Ray Jane say that show started? 9 p.m. Eastern, okay? And the most important thing, making sure you get on the guaranteed list and not just picking a ticket that lets you view for free when you can already view for free. You're going to choose artist ticket, right? Artist RSVP, because that's what you are. Look for yourself. Right? If you forget all that, who am I? Am I a viewer? No, I want to spit. I'm an artist. Okay? So make sure you RSVP properly. And if you forget and you choose the wrong thing, just come on through. Good luck round. Okay? We don't got many rules up in here. In fact, we only have one. Okay? No disrespect. If you get cute, you gonna get the boot. Okay? If you feel like you are being offended, if you heard or saw something that you do not like, the responsibility for safety in this space is all of ours, right? Myself, I only got, I got a few eyes. It's not too, admittedly, okay? Myself, Elemental, Ron Mark Thompson, we are here for you. Please reach out to us if you see something that you don't like so that we can rectify it, okay? Because we got no problem. We like to use the boot. It's a Timberland, as you can see, because it's New York all day, okay? We repping even when we rectify, okay? Just so you know, okay? So just be nice. That's all we ask, be nice. And if you don't know, hush. If you're not sure if it's going to be offensive, just be quiet, right? If you got to think about it, stop. Okay, simple things, not always easy to adhere to, right? But that's how we keep these safe spaces, and that's how we keep it free. I mean, that's how people want to throw us money, right? Because we can maintain what we say we hope to maintain. So quick shout out, thank you to our sponsors, the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust. Shout out to y'all and thank you for your generous donations to us so that we can keep these spaces open. If you'd like to add yourself to that list, you can go to the neweurekan.org/contribute or Cash App $New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Every dollar counts. And as you'll hear at some point down the line, what we using them dollars for, Okay, but you're here for the poetry, the music, the comedy, right? So here is the list. And if I may say so myself, it's busting out the seams. Okay, so I am very excited to hear all that you have to share. Again, you don't see yourself on the list and you want to see yourself on the list, hit me up in a private message to get on the good luck round. This is a technical space. A lot of crazy shit happens in the Zoomverse. Audio goes down, your video goes down, your mama start calling you in the middle of your performance. It happens, okay? So don't freak out, because we not gonna freak out, okay? Just hop off, get back on, let us know you return so we can hear the entirety of your piece. If you are playing music, an instrument to be specific, please turn your original sound on. You will sound crazy without that. And we don't want you to sound crazy. We want you to sound your best. So we're giving you tools to be your best, right? Not just tonight, but always. But certainly tonight, because this is the only reality we're living in right now, just in case you ain't know. And this place is a place of love, okay? So again, watch your mouth. Be gracious, right? But don't be afraid. And even if you are, spit anyway. We got a lot of stuff going on at the New Yo, right? One of the biggest things that we want you to pay attention to is on the 29th of this month. Myself and Elemental, we will be co-hosting a hybrid open mic. We are bringing it back. Okay, we bringing it back, all right? You know how they do when the DJs pull up. Yep, we bringing it back. And afterwards, we're gonna have a party after that, right? With the karaoke. I mentioned our brother Paul Conqueso, but please stay tuned. In the middle of the show, we're gonna have Ron Mark Thompson, Elemental. If Paul shows up, we're gonna have him talk to you too, right? And just remind you about what we're doing and what we want to share with you, right? Because that's what it's about. It's about sharing and inspiration. So, as is, our culture here, I want y'all to sing, I want you to sing about something. And I can't ask you to sing if I'm not willing, right? I can't tell you to stretch if I don't stretch. So if you want me to sing something to you or to somebody else tonight, just let us know, okay? And by us, I mean me. Send me a private message and I will get to your song at some point during the show. But in the meantime, in between time, let's get into this list, okay? Because that's what we came here to do, and I'll be responding to all of your messages as we go along, so bear with me, okay? So first person to burn up this mic, or at least heat it up for the rest of us, is Deadpan Lizzie. And y'all look out for Lizzie, because Lizzie keep the books coming, okay? If you like to read, you need to get with Lizzie, okay? Because they're gonna keep you, keep your eyes moving, all right? Lizzie, please unmute yourself and welcome back. Do your thing.
Thank you. Beanie blessings to you, Ray, RMT, and the community. I'm very excited Hybrid's coming back, so thank you for providing that space for us. This is a thesis poem, so here we go. My ears feel like Play-Doh, but I am unsure what to make with them. My lobes hang wobbling without flow. They want to press themselves against the concrete jungle, yet I remember the grime that comes from slime. And I do not create with those who commit crimes. So what do I make out of this clay? I see variegation within the substances. I see myself. I see my siblings. I see them scared to listen to the earth beneath us. I still feel othered, with no textures to guide. I want to build models for all, but I do not know how to when I am trapped like a veal in a box, without little sunlight to help us grow, food to fuel, water to swim in, let alone hydrate. So how does society expect all of us to build safety when we are not seen at all? Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? Thank you.
Lizzie, you set off the alarm on my phone. I just want you to know. That's why it took me a second. I was like, wait, oh shit. As soon as you said that last word, my phone, as well as the entire internet, agrees. That was awesome. Thank you for starting us off with such goodness. Please unmute yourselves and give Lizzie some love.
Woohoo, Lizzie! Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
or some sort.
Always
You're
love to
great.
hear you,
Oh,
Lizzie. That tune was the business.
yeah.
Come
Thank you.
on.
Thank you. Thank you.
You surprised us. I love how you surprised us always with something new. That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you.
That was a good poem. Da, 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 da.
We know that song, Do Your Ears Hang Low, right? How? There's a lot of hows in that. And I think we all trying to figure out, the answers to those questions. Hopefully they come. Hopefully they come. The next person that is bringing questions to our table, usually in the form of some lovely amount of entertainment, right? And sometimes also including his friend in the background, Pinky, right? But I'll let him tell you about it. Jeff Cottrell, please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Okay, so since I don't have anything new, I'm going to give you an oldie you've probably heard. It's called Dream Agent. Hello. Hello there. I am a literary agent, and how I love my job. I love my job so much because I love books so much, and I am a good and kind literary agent. I'm not like all those other literary agents. No, all they care about is money and being marketable and maintaining status in the industry and all that. But not me. I don't care about money at all. All I care about is books. I love them so much. Now I shall start my work day, trying to check my email. Checking my email. Oh, look! Somebody sent me a book. Wow! Somebody I've never even heard of took the time to send me a book. Who'd have thought somebody would send me a book? That's crazy. I just can't wait to look at this book. I bet it's pretty good. Wow! Wow! What an interesting book. Look at all the quirky characters. Look at that plot. I didn't see that part coming. Lots of good writing and stuff too, and the ending makes me feel good. What a nice book. It's different from the other books. I bet a lot of people would like reading it. I don't know which people specifically, though. I can't see that it fits into any neat genre category. I don't know how a publisher would market it, but that's okay. Marketability doesn't matter to me. I care about books. I'm a good agent and a kind agent, and I think my job is to bring interesting books to people, especially ones that are different like this. That makes the bookstores more interesting. Let me read this person's query letter again. What a nice query letter. Very professional sounding. All the words are spelt right and everything. It has a real business-like tone. It makes me think this person would be easy and straightforward to work with. Let me read the biographical information. I see the biographical information is a bit thin. Not a lot of publishing history. Nobody knows his name, not even me. I don't know how I could promote him alongside all those other big and established names in the writing industry. But that's okay. I'm the kindest literary agent in the world, and I think it's my duty to help up-and-comers get a leg up in this crazy cutthroat world. And isn't it cool to find a new writer that nobody's heard of? I sure think so. I can tell this person put a lot of hard work into his book. I can tell he really wants to be a writer, but it's so hard to make a living from writing, even if you're good at it. I bet this person struggles to find time to write. I bet this person has to work at a job, maybe even two, that doesn't make any constructive use of his talents or passions. Not like me, I love being an agent. But imagine having to work 40 hours a week at a job you don't like. Think of how that would suck out all your creativity and damage your soul. It's a miracle that this person doesn't blow his brains out with a gun or something. But I can make this person's life worth living. All I have to do is sell his interesting book to a publisher, and then he can do what he wants for his job. I have that power. Well, I'm a very kind and good literary agent, so I will send a nice email back to the writer. Opening the email. Now typing. Dear writer, how are you? I am good. I just wanted to say that your book was really neat, and I want other people to read it too. Maybe we can get it in bookstores with all the other books so people will buy it and we both will make a lot of money. And then maybe you can quit your soul destroying job and then you won't shoot yourself or whatever. Wouldn't that be something, huh? So please let me. Oh, look, somebody sent me another email. Wow. I hope it's another interesting book. Oh, it's from the head office of the agency. I bet he has some interesting things to tell me. I can't wait to read them. And he says, I'm fired. What? But this is my first day. Now I'm so sad. Was a kind and good literary agent, but now I'm just a sad ex-literary agent. I guess I'll have to go back to work at McDonald's again. But that's okay. I was the best and kindest McDonald's cashier in the world, and I will be again because I love McDonald's food. I smiled at every customer and gave them the food they wanted and never spat in it, even when they deserved it. I had that power. So maybe it's a happy day after all. So that was called Dream Agent. I'll put some info about an upcoming gig and my book and how to get it in the chat. There you go.
All right, thank you, Jeff. That sounds strikingly familiar. I just don't know where I might have heard something similar. Please unmute yourselves and give Jeff some love.
Yeah, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. I was waiting on the punchline.
Carto's a genius. Make sure you buy his manuscript.
Absolutely.
Keep making us happy.
Yes, master storyteller. All right. And I see that you also put in the chat that you got a Zoom feature coming up on the 31st. So please do take advantage of when people are putting their information in the chat to connect and also to support. Okay. It's so nice when you look out and see a familiar face that didn't have to be there, but chose to be there to support you. So try to be that face if you can. All right. We are encouraging you to do that. All right. Speaking of faces that we like, okay, we're going to jump over to the West Coast so we could get our sway on with our brother Bill Elkins. Now, y'all, don't be acting shy because I see some of y'all in these twerk videos on your stories. I know you can dance, okay? So if you hear some music in here that moves you, let your body do what it wants to do, all right? Bill, welcome back, my brother. Do your thing.
Hi, Ray Jane. How are you? Hi, everybody. Welcome. Greetings from Long Beach. I want to do a song that I've done before. It's an original, but I've lived here in Long Beach in this same place for over 15 years because I just love the view. I look out the window, I look north, I see downtown LA skyline, I see the San Bernardino and San Gabriel Mountains. I look south and I can see the Queen Mary and the Pacific Ocean. I'm just so grateful that I have this place, this space here in Long Beach. I just love it. And this song it inspired me to write this song, and it's called California Sunshine Spring. I hope you like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wild spring flowers blossom under deep blue sunny skies. April showers nourish plush greenery ever so far and wide. Majestic snow atop our mountains melt, unveiling gray and alpine green. The mighty Pacific unleashes titanic force upon our beaches, coast, and stream. California sun burns off coastal fog, warming our mountains, desert, and land. We absorb its warmth while we play in our parks, fields, and sand. We plunge ourselves into cold waters to give our bodies an effervescent shock. We honor the night when we gaze at stars dancing to the circadian clock. What an existential treat to awaken to a springtime breeze. What an existential thrill to awaken to a springtime chill. All living things dance and sing in Mother Nature's fluorescent dream. California sunshine spring, or is it Mother Nature's pubescent bling? California sunshine spring. Wild spring flowers blossom under deep blue sunny skies. April showers nourish plush greenery ever so far and wide. Majestic snow atop our mountains melt, unveiling gray and alpine green. The mighty Pacific unleashes titanic force upon our beaches, coast and stream. What an existential treat to awaken to a springtime breeze. What an existential thrill to awaken to a springtime chill. All living things dance and sing in Mother Nature's fluorescent dream. California sunshine spring, or is it Mother Nature's pubescent fling? California sunshine spring, California sunshine spring. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Bill. California sunshine spring.
Yeah.
Don't be in my head.
I have to sway to that song. I'm sorry.
How could you not, right? Please unmute yourselves and give Bill some love.
Yeah,
Very
Bill.
nice song, Bill. Very nice.
Oh, Bill.
Always love your grooves, Bill. Always.
Yeah.
Just don't start singing about the heat waves, you know, California sunshine,
Great
but no
song,
heat
Heat
waves,
Wave.
okay?
Okay.
Ray Jane, you can sing Heat Wave later.
Ooh, okay.
Thank you. It was quiet, but I heard
You
the
got the
whisper.
voice for it, girl.
Okay. Listen, I'll take you up on that challenge. I can't say it's gonna be as pitch perfect as it should be, but I'll give it a shot. Why not? Again, I won't ask you to do nothing that I'm not willing to do, right? Stretch into fear, into something unknown, and maybe turn it into something beautiful. Sway worthy, even, right? We leave that to Bill. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Bill. Please put your information in the chat. I know you on Instagram because I follow you. So make sure you get all these followers, all these folks that would also like to join you in the sway. And in the interim, right, this next poet does not have a physical instrument, right, to share, but will move you undoubtedly with his words. Please, Messiah Payne, unmute yourself and welcome back.
Thank you, Ray James. So I'll jump right into it. 2 poems. And the first is called My Muse. As her immortal innocence begat chortles of laughter between us, we walked the miles ahead, corralled with dusty winds and 3 planets overhead that she proceeded to describe in her blitheful sagacity. One planet, named Amrita, a realm of celestial substance, brims over like a full moon in the evenings. The other was named Bat, an entire Milky Way enclosed in a massive pearl whose light emanates over the land like the sun over the sea. And the last, she told me, is named Pangu, a primordial song whose sensitive timbre reaches out and creates worlds. Their glow is the elided force of life itself, and the beauty of their ethereal translucence reflected in her soulful eyes allayed the garishness of such an unearthly titillation. After a short period of silence, she spoke directly, as intimations to my life began to float in the air. And now what do you think of me from the perspective of your life? I have always watched and nursed your dreams. You might have called it intuition. I was the inner provocation of peace's desire that led you here. Where here was, I did not know. This voyage on foot in a land she claimed was holy. Nevertheless, through nascent fear, I responded. From the perspective of my life, I have known, though sometimes doubted, that there was a plan, an evocative potential serving us all toward directions where we are meant to be, sometimes even in spite of ourselves. Was that you? With a smile like sacred enigmas, she exclaimed, yes, I was there in your inspirations, in your most exalted moments. You've known me only in the consecration of knowing yourself. We made our way to a door at the end of our travels, a radiant door. There was a sense of exaltation I could never describe. All sleep fell away. A wakefulness of unfathomable intensity shook me. I realized that she was my path all along, my necessity, my destiny, the first half of my life as temporal being, and now leading me to my second as unweary soul, to an experience I prepared for from the moment I became conscious of myself. She is my incontrovertibility, my muse, pushing against the insubstantial. And there's the second poem. It's called You, the Universe's Lover. It's hard to be romantic. Tom Waits. Tom Waits wasn't the only survivor of lonely nights, thirsting to see his baby as the dawn's early light tore through the placid evening. His his voice like gravity's pull, and the lachrymose piano salutes to my solemn practice to make bearable the evenings without you. First, drink myself into a stupor, replacing your absence with liquid like agape in your sacrament. Second, listen to the grim assurances of Mr. Waits and feel you at your distance, stupefied by your lingering scent, wishing only to appease your frustration so that love is revealed to you, not solemnly, but with generosity. Lastly, I slip into reverie, dreaming of the moment you will truly see me, and I into your secret word. Could all the ages, both of and transcending time, embodied as love herself, even approach to describe my need for you? As bellicose and feverish as though you were another Big Bang, giving life to time in the intangible lucidity that is your body, you embodying the universe as lover. What I hold for you is the love the soul had for the person it was to be upon first sight, in the isle of spiritual migration, bearing witness to a life beloved for its everyday virtue, ascribing solace to never absolve the hold of beauty as its choice. You fixed my tender hand for numinous affection the moment you first said my name, and revealing our mirthful galaxy in your smile, as though you'd met me lifetimes before. You are a vessel of love's origin, the enigmatic creation that stimulates necessity, a process of life indispensable to any human being's experience, an allure because of heaven's hearth in your way of temporal touches, the gift of goddesses who found insurmountable love for man in his yearning to achieve himself. I make another night of you, permeating my experience with joy at your merest glance. You are here now, minute divine, a bridge between timeless accent and earth's seductive bedlam. You are born. Your form consecrates life as a feeling. It is the feeling of ephemeral bounty. For could I ever grasp what you are without appealing first to your spirit? It is your premise in the ethers of worlds, your language begun at the beginnings of life that corrode my tacit mortality. I am bound to your eager delights here at the rebirth of love through our indissoluble union. Thank you.
Oh, man, listen. If Lizzie's name is books, then your name is bars, okay? Because there was just so many excellent lines in there. You know me only in the consecration of knowing yourself. Come on, come on. Stupefied by your lingering scent, the gift of goddesses, duh, right? Minute divine. Is there such a thing as a minute divine? While y'all ponder that, please unmute yourselves and give Messiah some love.
Messiah, man, you nailed it again.
Yeah, Messiah.
Divine right now.
Beautiful language.
Evil legacy. Keep it up.
Oh my gosh. Listen, you make a bouquet out of words, and we appreciate the gift that you bring each time. Please put your information in the chat. Make sure you follow Messiah. Whew, it's just the beginning. Up and away is what we like to say, right? For your gifts. And also, as you may have noticed, for anybody who's not used to being in the Zoom verse with us, we are encouraging you. If there's a line that somebody says that moves you and you're like, damn, that was crazy, put it in the chat, right? Just like you like to know that your work is connecting, so does everybody else. So don't hold that love to yourself. Put it in the chat so folks know what moved you, all right? And speaking of being moved, listen, this is also known as Guitar Thursdays, you child will learn as we get along our way here, right? We like to sway, we like to talk, we like to bring the truth to the surface. And you know, sometimes you gotta make it melodic for people to listen, right? So a few of our community members are excellent at this, but nobody quite does it like Joski C. Please unmute yourself, Joski. Welcome back, my brother. Good to see you.
Hey, Ray, Jane. Hello, everyone.
And you sound great. Yep, that too.
Yep, okay. Something I wrote a while back. Listen to the waters. Listen to the water. Storm come raining down, wash away the cities and the towns. Watch the world drown. Listen to the water. Listen to the water. Ain't no boat big enough to save our sorry souls from ourselves. What does it take to shake you awake? Why aren't you learning? The whole place is burning as hope melts away. Like the glaciers we pray, these for-profit hearts melt first. Listen to the water. Listen to the water. Say goodbye, everyone. We won't be returning. All our dreams are burning in the sun. What does it take to shake you awake? Why aren't you learning? The whole place is burning as hope melts away. Like the glaciers we pray, these for-profit hearts melt first. Listen to the Listen to the water. Listen to the water. Listen to the water. Listen to the Listen to the Listen to the Listen to the
You know I like to let that last note just lay out there. Come on now, that is beautiful. As usual, please unmute yourselves. Give Joski some love. My goodness.
Joski, always so gorgeous. Oh my God, so
Telling you,
brilliant.
the week is on
Love your
line
work.
now, thanks to the Joski Seesaw. For real. Love your work, Joski. For
Well,
real.
thank you all. You all
It
so
was the
very
voice for
kind.
me. I was fangirling over here. That was amazing. Thank you. I
Listen,
feel like I'm at a concert, so thank you for that.
okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Surround sound and all of that. You're not the only one fangirling, okay? And if you fangirling, no shame. No shame. In fact, get on your mic. Let people know. Let people know they got some fans up in here. All right. Speaking of people we are huge fans of, this brother, also a member of the Gray Beards, who are well respected in this community because of just how they do their thing, okay? And if you didn't know, you about to know. Complicated Passions, please unmute yourself. Welcome back, brother.
Good evening. That performance before me was amazing. In fact, you should have your own show on this show. That's how amazing that track was. But I'm going to get right into it. Thank you, Ray Jane. Has my life become a number, or has it always been placed in a system I was never meant to be? The name slave, does it hold future intentions? Can you tell me where are the flowers? So many ships filled with black gold, many destinations. This is now my home. I am not free. Who gave them permission to play God? Was it their religion? Was it something that gave them rights in a book they didn't write to rule over my life? What more can you tell me? And now it was murder and I wrote it. Could have been me, ink from the edge of this pen, but it's you I'm writing in. Caught up in a crime scene, it was love and the conversation, a dark side of romance. I found myself tied up, choked up. I even gave up. She was the last word I would pen. Her name is poetry. Thank you.
Like I said, I bet you know now. You didn't know, but I bet you know. Thank you, Complicated Passions, for being here, blessing us as always. Please unmute yourselves and give that brother some love for that.
Great stuff, Mr. Dark Man.
Here it is.
Sir,
Woo!
West Side repping hard this evening. Okay, West Side came to bring it.
Listen, I'm like,
We always representing California.
oh. All right, hold on. Let me hit that mute button. I'm just kidding. But I'm not. Okay. Listen, we love it. We are such big fans of all of our poets. Our community is so wide. It's so wide. It's kind of amazing sometimes when you think about all the different places that these poets are representing from all over the world, right? So when I say we international, boo, I'm not playing. It's truth. Look around. We got our brother Umesh in the space with us, representing India, right? We got Poet Tech, when he can be here with us, representing Japan, right? So we gonna drop your names, whether you in the room or not, right? Because that's what community is, if it's real. If it's not, who are you, right? So if you wanna go to a space, but they know your name, they remember your name, they mention your name when you're not there, because they care about you, whether you're physically present or not. Please do find yourself here with us, because we are so glad to have you. And coming up, we got Mr. Tezazomo here, and I see that guitar out, man. I told y'all it's Guitar Thursdays, okay? So y'all just strap in and get some more vibes in you. We're gonna sway tonight, one way or the other, okay? Please unmute yourself, Mr. Tezazomo, and welcome back.
Thank you, Ray Jane. Thank you, Thursday Night New York Poet Community. I have another Thursday night original titled Shadows of Deception. Folks can catch me on Instagram under Gashes 2019. Let's get into it. implacable lie, avoiding pleasure, tempted to embrace inertia as a treasure, but hidden within lies a lurking decay. As entropy leads us astray. Oh, the lies we tell, the selves we deceive, in the pursuit of comfort we may never truly achieve. But in stagnation's drift we lose vitality. Oh, the sad ballad of self-deceit's reality. The neural disinvestment leading to self-annihilation, a distorted self-discourse of pleasure in dying. We yearn for self-care, a paradox disguise, for life ironically must escape life. The collapse averted on the needs deep within. Complexity increases, internal organelles spin. The desires can be fought or denied. They must be faced, not cast aside. Oh, the lies we tell, the selves we deceive, in pursuit of comfort we may never truly achieve. But the stagnation's drift we lose vitality. Oh, the sad ballad of self-deceit's reality. Desires clash with death drives a lure, a battle within, a struggle to endure, hallucinating scenes of satisfaction, bliss. Yet the primary process can always be dismissed. Oh, the lies we tell, the selves we deceive, in the pursuit of comfort we may never truly achieve. But in stagnation's grip we lose vitality. Oh, the sad ballad of self-deceived reality. To understand our minds and their intricate ways, to confront our repression, the unconscious display. Let us unravel webs of illusions we conceive, and face the true. We're often afraid to believe.
That's right. Put your arms up because you did it. That was beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. We love that new shit, right? Please unmute yourselves and give Mr. Tuzzles some love for serenading us.
Mr. Tez, yeah.
Yeah, make it happen.
Woo!
Week after week.
Yeah.
You're gonna grow.
That I love
Superb.
about our topic. Just that
This
journey.
makes this
Beautiful.
just like the perfect.
And he always
like it's just perfect.
talks
Y'all
about
just-
he wants to get the women to the table.
That's right. Gorgeous, 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 right? Look, you set the whole room on fire. There's a whole bunch of people who ain't said nothing all night. And all of a sudden I'm hearing voices. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just in here because there's a lot of stuff there. But y'all bear with me. Absolutely deserve it, Mr. Tezazomo. Every time you come, you're showing us something else, some other aspect of your wide array of talents. Make sure you follow Gaseous 2019, also known as Mr. Tezazomo, and make sure you get a copy of his latest book as well. I got mine, so make sure you go on and get yours, okay? And speaking of getting yours, this is the grown-up portion of the evening, all right? So, you got little babies, any sensitive earlobes, please put them to bed, send them to a new room or something, because it's gonna get hot in here. You see me already sweating, right? We was talking about heat waves, okay? So if you got a little personal fan, something, a little ice cube even, because, it works. Go on and get it. That's right. You see Gustav, he's demonstrating, the New Yo fanning, okay? That's absolutely necessary for this next poet. Ed Flame-tastic is about to get us into a sensual space. Please unmute yourself, Ed, and welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back with a lot of spicy words under my hat. How about that? Is Ed ready for a sexual seduction? I can hear you, sexual seduction. All right, this is called Honey Rain. My hungry tongue reaches over the taste warmly essence. The wetness flows over our naked flesh, engulfing and transfer the delectable fragrance, eyes to eyes with chest to chest, two bodies beginning the salacious dance. My feisty passion is coursing through our veins. They emerge slowly once around our bare canvas. The feeling slowly melted a change inside our hearts and brains. The inferno quickly burned away our doubts and consciousness. My lustful tongue ravaged deep between your legs, slowly going deeper into your soft, moist wetness. My tongue is going back and forth from pink sensory threads. Our bodies are hot and bothered by the increased sexual awareness. Our explicit minds flash images of red and white. The sensation instinctively feed our nerves. Our imagination is pushing through to newer erotic heights. Our rapid maneuvers holding on to every inch of our melting curves. Our damp hands were firmly grasping each other. The air has gotten thinner than a knife. We were feeling the force of our vicious, tender, raging summer. We're both strongly and passionately clinging to life. Our boiling bodies continuously express wetness or ours. We were both pulling harder and deeper into a delicate movement. Our pure love making us continually hunger for more to feed our starving cores. Our bodies closely and surely reaching a sensational transcendence. Our ecstatic voices echoes through the pitch blackness. We were killing each other with soft, slow pressure. Our lungs engulfed in enticing and intoxicating mist. Our senses became lost in a hurricane of stimulated pleasure. Our spicy mouths are screaming in blissful agony. Our great deafness is inside our delightful tornado. Our lips were slurping every drop of our sweet Cajun honey. Our nerves are experiencing a very satisfying overload. Our lustful loins kept twirling, swirling to a new state of ecstasy. My hand shaft impairs your soft pink walls towards our sensational abyss. Our skin shivering and quivering like a raging sea. Our bodies stuck in steamy rampage fueled by a breathtaking kiss. Our hot blood is rising to reach our peaks. Our inner drums are playing to a wild tempo. Our loins and mouths quickly experiencing leaks. Our whole bodies are about to explode. Our sweaty bodies became stiff and motionless. The clear, creamy river oozed out. Our minds reached a stage of bleak bliss. The sunshine joyfully and playfully sprouts. Our bodies spread out in a exhausted daze. Our minds drift off to a river of dreams. The bed was cool, calm, and unfazed. Our bodies were nestled in colorful, woven streams. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Heating it up in here as usual. Please unmute yourselves and give Ed some love.
Woohoo, Ed!
Okay,
Yeah,
Ed.
Eddie.
Come on, fantastic.
Not you gonna
That's how
take
you
us
beat 'em
all
up.
over there, then tell me some.
Spectacular as always, man.
That was hot. I love it. Thank you.
Up and reach the spot.
You know it always does, Ed. You know it always does. That's why we got to practice our fanning before you start. You know what I'm saying? Me and Gustav was getting it together. See? We know how it is. Please make sure you check the chat, right? So we got some folks dropping some of your beautiful lines. They want you to know it came across, right? And if anything moves you, we encourage you, throw it in the chat so the poets know, right, what part of their work is connecting, right? It's a beautiful feeling when you're reading through that chat. And you're like, okay, I like that line. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, speaking of next poet, who's also quite talented all to his own, been doing this for a long time and continuing to share, you know, being very unselfish with the gifts. And also finna play us some piano, because it's not just guitar Thursdays, okay? It's music Thursdays. We gonna get it in. CCR Shagwa, please unmute yourself and welcome back, brother.
I did not start doing this yesterday. She is correct. So over 20 years ago was the birth of documentation of free speech, open microphone, what happens when we're given a voice and we're set free. It's in 3 sections. It's Scared Sacred, Death of an Ego, What Manner of Character, and it has 3 essays in it. It's got quotes from Kate McQuaid, David Amram, Ron Whitehead, Tony Vandermeer, Jeff Robinson, and Ken Fields on the back. It's not a piece of shit. It's not about me. This process that we're going through is not about me. I also love writing lyrics, and I am going to do something. 3 days ago, I started a piece. So I literally am writing and learning and bringing stuff here. So this is literally, and the chords are tough for me. So I'm going to give it a go. This is really new. It's still being worked on, and we'll see what happens here. The working title is Navigate Indivisible Love. In the before, through it all, and in the after, I navigate love. Not the kind that is divisible. Oh no. I live to navigate love. Indivisible. Okay, here goes. I'm gonna try. I'm working on this, man. Okay. Now here comes the awareness. I shouldn't have tried this. Okay. Now here comes the awareness. Yes, my peace of mind resides here. No, I'm fucking it up. I shouldn't have went with this one. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Now here comes the awareness, where my heart and lungs are home. Yes, my peace of mind resides here. right where fear itself is trying to break in. Sure, all stories bleed with endings, but the question is, who is the author now? Who is the author now? Are you the author now? You can say your thoughts are free here, but that doesn't make it so. If you believe only in one thing, and that one thing is that you don't have a choice, that you don't have a choice, then you're someone who was played here, or a slaver with an enslaved soul, playing it free, free at the cost of every other person who deserves to be free too. All while sometimes some say time is of the essence, while some say that time's a living thief. For your soul is not a clock controlling you. For do not fear death, and death can't, and do not fear death. Fuck, man. And fear itself can't own you. As long as you have choice and questions, and every dream you dream is here, a dream to free you. Every dream you dream is a dream here to free you. Every dream you dream here is a dream to free you. In the before, through it all, and in the after. I navigate love. Not the kind that is divisible. Oh no. Just the indivisible kind. I will, you will, we will navigate love. I will, you will, we will navigate indivisible love. Now that's new shit.
We love it. Listen, if you're gonna try some shit out, why not try it out with your family, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. Please
That's
unmute
it.
yourselves and
Don't
give
be afraid to
people some
bleed
love.
here.
That's it, right? That's what you do.
Of death and the laughter.
That's how you do it, CC. Exactly what Ray said. Got to do it for your family first. Make sure it cooks. It's cooking. Keep working.
It's cooking.
New shit.
Listen, CC, the grease is hot. It's okay. As long as the grease is hot, it's all good. You just got to figure out what you're throwing in that thing. It's okay. Look, we're here for it. It sounds good. The base of it is going, right? The foundation is laid. So we look forward to you bringing it back to us when you feel like it's done, right? Because only you will know that, right? So we thank you for being here with us. Next person up is actually not Love Infinite. It's our brother, the Magus, right? Bringing us the gusto. But I'll let you experience that on your own. Please unmute yourself, Gustav, and welcome back, Gustav the Great, as Elizabeth Strauss says. And Elizabeth is right. Welcome back, brother.
Hey, Ray Jane. Hey, beloved poets. I have two pieces for you tonight. They're both old because I couldn't write anything today. I was so busy. So I was trying to write something and I never got settled to do it. So I'm bringing some too old shit. Here we go. This is The Widow's Son. Must I still search for the one to heal the wounds of the widow's son? Or have I found her inside you, strong yet weak, for wounded too? Can our love help to heal as love can when it's real? For I have died and been reborn, cast off the cloak for it was worn. Still reeling we are from 3 grave wounds, wandering the desert, lost in the dunes. Struggling against tyranny and superstition, the head wound of mind control through repetition, the death of thought, the road to perdition, the throat wound to silence our tongue has turned us to liars, everyone, slaves to a freedom in name only, lost in a crowd, perpetually lonely, dying by degrees for the courage to say what you think and feel, for it won't go away. The wounded heart's the real ass kicker. Human feeling atrophied. There's nothing sicker. Narcissism, sociopathy crowd you to the borderline, living a lie, pretending everything is fine. I propose to heal all wounds of the human spirit. I write this now in hopes that you will hear it. A rebel warrior reclaiming freedom of thought, word, and conscience. Don't fear it. Tyranny thrives because we let it. Don't buy their lies. Please don't forget it. And this next piece, many of you have heard before, but it goes out to Love Infinite. I just want her to hear this. This is The Gaian Epiphany. I've just had an epiphany. It's all become clear like cut glass crystal from Tiffany, that all of this, all we see, we're an organism, interplanetary. God, we're Gaia. We're chaos born. We're not some womb from which we're torn, but rather we're one single entity, one world of infinite diversity. E pluribus unum is one way to put it. And until you see it, your third eye's hooded from the beauty of this revelation, for you must see the implication. Sex, race, religion, these are artificial memes. And by dividing, we've conquered our own higher dreams of evolving into the Gaia mind. Or you're willfully choosing to be blind, then you devolve to become what you believe. Outside this hole, as you perceive a parasite on this earth, our host, you always hurt what you love the most. Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost are patriarchy's highest toast, and monotheism's predicted a disaster. But our destiny we can master, and our higher minds illuminate that ours is Gaia's fate, and the tree of life you must not kill. Love and do what thou will. As above, so below. Love your mother. Let it grow, let it grow, let it grow, let it grow, let it. Thank you.
Thank you, Gustav. Always with such good energy and beautiful words. Thank you for both of those pieces, right? We're hoping the love can do the healing too. In the meantime, we'll heal each other. Please unmute yourselves and give Gustav some love.
Gustav, man.
Gustav.
Loved it.
Time hits.
Always love to hear Gusto. Always. Listen, man, take time for yourself. Don't forget that. Pieces are always dope, man.
So big gusto on you. That's what I love about when you perform. I used to work at this restaurant called Gusto in Atlanta. But you got the gumption that I like, that I love. And your energy is so high, it just makes me want to, get as high as you. Like,
Listen, love. You gonna have your turn too. You coming up real soon. Okay, so take that gusto and put it inside, right? Remember where you used to work. Leave it behind, because we passed that now, right? But bring the energy with you. We look forward. And before we get to allowing you, because we're going to let you warm it up. We're going to let you bring that energy, right? And in the meantime, we're going to let you guys know, right? We asked you to, stay tuned so we could tell you what was going on at the New York, right? So while Love Infinite is making that energy 100% for y'all, right? Which we already knew they intended to do. Okay, we're gonna kick it over to our brother Ron Mark Thompson. You down with RMT? That's right. I heard y'all say it. I heard you say it. It's all right. Okay, Ron's gonna let you know what's going on, and then we're gonna hear from Elemental. We're gonna hear from all our peoples because we want you in the know. Ron, what's happening out there?
Oh, so much happening. Well, right now it's happening the online open mic, which are doing great. Thank you, Ray Jane, for continuing to host weekly on Thursdays. And we're going to hear from Elemental in just a minute. But yes, many of you know that later in the year, we will be closing the New Regan Poets Cafe for a 3-year renovation. Stay tuned for, once we have the exact date, we will let you know. But until then, for the next several months, we will continue our programming. In addition to our online program, we also have in-person programs. I'm going to share a slide because you're going to say, well, this is, so much information, Ron, if we're not here on Thursdays or Mondays, where can we find out about it? But well, hey, all you have to do is follow us on our social media. You see our Instagram and YouTube handle, New Regan Poets Cafe, our Twitter and Facebook handle at New Regan Poets. I also put our management contacts, your social medias, IG, La Brua and Nico Diaz, as well as our online host. It's Ray Jane. She told you at the beginning, and she's going to keep telling you, it's Ray Jane. And I know she's going to put it in the chat. She has a wonderful, message. You can just copy and paste it there. Also at Elemental the Poet. He is more than a poet, but his Instagram handle happens to be Elemental the Poet. So if you follow any of them, they will always, keep you informed what's going on at the New Regan Poets Cafe. You can also go to our website, newregan.org, and click on full events calendar. For example, weekly, coming up on Monday, we will have our Monday night online open mic, which starting next Monday will be co-hosted by Sol Preem and Felicia, and it starts at 8 p.m. It's moving back from 9 p.m. Wednesdays, we will continue our poetry slam, which starting next week will be alternately co-hosted by The Bee and J Rose. That also moves back from 9 p.m. to 8 p.m. And may I entice you, if you are suffering through the heat and humidity, if you're in the New York City metro area, we are air conditioned in the cafe. So perfect place to come in, enjoy these shows, that we have going on. Also Fridays, which happens to be tomorrow, we still have our Friday night slam weekly at 10 p.m. hosted by Chive Poetic. If you've never been there, I urge you to come at least to one of them Friday night. Ray Jane, Elemental, and I all have been to, at least one show, and it is just amazing. That one is followed by the Twilight open mic right after, which is about a little bit after midnight, 12:30 a.m., 1 a.m., depending, when the Friday night slam ends, so you can get to another open mic. I also want to inform you, and you already may buy tickets for this, not this weekend, but 1 weekend from now, on July 22nd at 7 p.m. We will have back Rome Neal and his Banana Pudding Jazz Band. He has several band members, and they will be playing jazz in the cafe. They last were with us a few months ago. I happened to work the tech booth on that evening, and it was just beautiful. If you are a lover of music, and we know that because this is Guitar Thursdays, you will, I predict you will also like the jazz. So if you happen to be in the New York City area on the Saturday, July 22nd, 7 p.m., come over to the New Regan Poets Cafe, and you see it's only $20, and it is all this money will go toward the operation of the New Eureka Poets Cafe, which is a non-for-profit company, and this will ensure that we're going to continue for another 50 years, because yes, we are celebrating our 50 years later this year, which again, stay tuned for when we all have these exciting events. And as Ray Jane already promoted and reminded everyone, the following weekend, Saturday, July 29th at 7 p.m. is our next hybrid open mic. The first one since the last one was last year. And this time it will be co-hosted by Ray Jane in person at the New Eureka Poets Cafe in Manhattan, and Elemental online via Zoom. And it will be amazing. You guys all have asked for our hybrid to come back, so here it is. It happens to be the same weekend as the New York City Poetry Festival, so if you happen to be on Governor's Island that afternoon at the Poetry Festival, we know that festival ends at 6 o'clock. That gives you enough time to get on the ferry, get on the train, make it to the Lower East Side in Manhattan, and at 7 p.m. see us for the hybrid open mic. And if you say, well, hybrid open mic is okay, but I also want to play some music, well, then just stay. Right after the hybrid open mic, 9:30 p.m., Paul Concasso will be hosting karaoke after party, aka which was known as Voices and Vibes the last few months, but it's back to karaoke. And even though it's karaoke, you can still bring your own original music with you. So, if you're like me and you don't sing, then just sing karaoke. But if you're as great as Ray Jane, as wonderful as Cece, as wonderful as Joski, Bill, even Elizabeth, that Penn Lizzie today sang us a little bit, some tunes. So I'm gonna have to learn, from them. So yeah, just stay with us Saturday, July 29th. And it's very funny. As Ray Jane, Elemental, and I are here in Zoom, management was texting us on the back end to make sure that we get the ticketing already. So this is a promise. This will all be done within the next few days. In the meantime, put July 29th on your calendar. Make sure you don't have any other social events that you want to go to, because we want you to come with us. And by Monday's Monday online open mic, we will tell you where you may get tickets in advance. But don't worry, you don't always have to get tickets in advance. You can, if you want to, go to our website, neweurican.org, click on full events calendar, choose the date and time, or scan the QR code here, or just show up at the door and pay, with a credit card or cash when you get to the door. But sometimes it's good to pay in advance, because that secures your ticket, just in case we get sold out, because some of our shows, and we predict hybrid, will be a great turnout. So we definitely want you there. So I did mention Monday night online open mic, because yes, in addition to Ray Jane, we have another wonderful host who hosts another online open mic edition. In case you have not met him yet, allow me to introduce you to Elemental, and he's all going to tell you about what's coming up this Monday, and then the mic is going to go back to Ray Jane. Thank you, Ray Jane, as always. Appreciate you guys.
Yo, that is the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. All right. I am Elemental, host of the Monday Night Online Open Mic, presented by this legendary space, the New Eureka Poets Cafe. Sign up begins Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come through. There's always a theme. This week, we are dealing with permanent ink. All right, writing destiny. All right, it is the hypest night of the week on the other side of Thursday night. But right now, you are now rocking with the best, the dopest hostess in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ray Jane. Shout out to Crooklyn 4. Listen, it is Storm Force season. It's going down. Make sure you plug into the entire team. Send it back to the queen. Take it away.
You got it. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Y'all, just shout out to Ron, Mark Thompson, and Elemental. They are just amazing all on their own and just by themselves. But certainly when they get together, poof, the magic happens. Okay, trust me, I've seen it with my own, all of these eyes, really, just not the two, but all of them. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we promised you that we were going to let Love Infinite power up, right? While Ron gave us our updates, and make sure that y'all put July 29th on your calendar, right? Y'all already did that though. Y'all good. All right, Love Infinite, if you are ready, please unmute yourself. And also, I heard a little birdie tell me that this might be your first time on the Thursday night online open mic, but I'm gonna let you confirm that. And if it is, please understand that we will be coming at you with some love on the other end of your performance, no matter how it goes. Okay, so I'm asking you to unmute yourself if you are still with us. Yes. Hey.
Yes, this is my first time attending the Thursday night. So
Oh, snap. All right, so stay tuned after your performance because we're going to show you how we invite new voices into this room. Go on, do your thing, though, in the meantime.
yes, thank you. First of all, thank you everybody in the room for the opportunity to share this new shit that I just wrote in this time period since the open mic has started. So the name of this is It's just simple as that. If you was black, if you grew up black, then you go to the store, you try to touch on it, like So this is that. Okay. All right. Run that shit back. Run that doubt back that you put on me. This is a message to any cat, black or else, trying to put fear in me. Oh, I can't be touched. I know you thinking about my butt. I can feel it in your gut. Yes, I'm that aware. Boy, don't give me that shit. Girl, you know that I'm the shit. You know I've been that bitch. Don't be jumping to conclusions. My vocabulary exquisite. I'm best friends with the muses. You can't define me, baby. I'm that negus and that queen and that raccoon with the rabies. I'm more than every woman. I'm every second, every moment, but love infinite can't be cloned in. I just got it like that. I've been had it since a kid, Destiny's Child, that's how we live. Don't bring your judgment to me. I can't do nothing with it. It's absurd night and day. I'ma make sure you rule me. I'm receiving everything I paid for, and everyone that walk out tries to return through that same door. I ain't worried about you. I know the pressure's all me. I ain't letting no more mortals stress me. You bleed like I bleed, but the blood ain't the same, I'll be honest. You think that it's just your thoughts, but I know it's all our conscious. Okay, maybe it's partly unconscious, but I'm getting my shit off. If it's suppressed, then I want on it. Why you steady trying to cage me? You just wasting your precious time. I'm too big for prison, baby. I can't believe I used to hold back all this fucking sexy, baby. God told me to show that. She the secular and the sacred. I love looking at me naked. If I could, then fuck it. I would give me several babies. Y'all got lucky. I'm so divine. I'm so unstoppable. I'm so infinite, all things possible. I see no ceilings unless I jump off of them. I see no ceilings like the roof gone. I write rhymes in my fucking sleep. I wrote these lines during New Year, just for New Year, but really me though. Enjoy the damn poem. Love Infinite. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, listen, we know what you mean with that, okay? And we thank you for powering up for that performance and sharing with us your divine energy. You are truly a goddess, a loving soul. So the way that we do this up in here is when it's your first time, what we do is we ask everyone to unmute themselves, specifically to yell something into the atmosphere that they wish they would have heard when it was their first time and they wanted to feel welcome. Okay, please also put your in the chat because I'm definitely over here stalking you. All right, like everybody else got a little clip, and I want to make sure the whole world gets to see you be your bossed up self. Okay, in the meantime, we're gonna let the room love on you for a little bit. Please unmute yourselves and give Love Infinite the invitation.
That cherry, that cherry,
Thunder.
cherry.
The thunder hit.
So, yeah, unbelievable performance, just fantastic.
She done fucked up now. I mean, she has to be here every Thursday night.
One
of us.
Good to hear you stretch out and actually rip on some shit, and then come through with some new shit.
Being
Shout out to
vulnerable.
Paint Slingers.
You brought
That's
your
how you do that.
vulnerable,
For real.
real
That's how you
self.
show up and show out. For real.
Made me feel good.
Okay, listen, I don't know if you heard it, but you done fucked up. You done messed up. Okay, you done showed up and showed out, and all we could do is ask for more, right? And so only way for us to get more is for you to keep coming on back. So every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, you always have a home here, somewhere to share, whether you feel like sharing or just being in the mix with the good energy, contributing and exchanging with us. However you show up to do so, you are welcome. Okay, one of us indeed, one of us indeed. Make sure you check the chat, right? Because like we said, there's a whole lot of love in there, and you deserve every little bit of your love. So please don't leave any behind, okay? And thank you for choosing to be with us this evening. We are blessed as a result, okay? Yes, keep on to that's right. Let them know what it is. Say, look, I don't see no top till I'm jumping off of it. I know that's right. I know that's right. I hear that. Okay, next person giving us some clues on how to get through this little crazy life we live in, right? And usually in the most delicious way. Generalissimo, Brian Franco, please go ahead, unmute yourself and do your thing.
Hey, Ray Jane, can you hear me first? I love them earrings. And I'm loving that hair today. I'm loving those. God, you just always have the looks, don't you? I want to say something. I do not want to follow Love Infinite. Never allow me to do that. Just take me off the list if I have to follow her, okay? But I'm going to do it anyways because, you know, I'm here. And you said my name. And I just want to say you're amazing, Love Infinite, and I'm really happy that you came and that you'll come again. So how's this heat treating everybody? This is called overheated. It is more than the record heat wave. It is not the extra hour it takes my body to settle down when I lie down to sleep. It is not the cool showers that still feel warm. It is how home is a place that no longer feels like home. I find excuses to run errands in my air-conditioned car. I find excuses to not cook meals in my un-air-conditioned kitchen. I take a shower before I go to bed and when I wake, and sometimes midday. Somehow, despite the extra showers, I don't feel so clean. I heard on the news that heat kills more people than drugs, guns, and cars. I have been dehydrated before. They hooked me up to an IV. I was drained of energy. I was drained. I hallucinated. I fainted. I don't mind hot weather. I also like air conditioning, but I don't need it enough in Maine to get one. I do have a ceiling fan. I cannot stand the sweat sticky that happens after sweat dries and reemerges. Having to wipe wet from my brow makes me feel like a guilty criminal in an interrogation room trying to convince a cop that I am not guilty. It is all so unseemly. Sometimes when I wipe a paper towel across my brow, it looks like I dipped my forehead in dirt when I did not. I do love the feeling of ice cold Graperade as it travels through my throat and esophagus after mowing the yard, but then my sweat dries and starts back up again. And then this is called How to Lay Claim to Tears Not Born of Your Own Eyes. The raindrops on my windshield are a million never-ending tears from heaven. Is this sudden saltiness in my mouth salt from my mother's tears? Is she crying about my disappointments? Is she crying because I am still trying to make her proud of me? Maybe I'm imagining her tears as full of salt, when afterlife tears are instead laced with clover spawn honey. Imagining such things can only be a guessing game of what makes sense up there, because nothing ever makes sense 100% down here. Is doubt non-existent up there? Are their tears gifts given to us in the form of fortitude and optimism? Or maybe rain is only rain that sometimes looks like tears on windshields that replaces itself faster than windshield wipers can wipe. And maybe this sudden saltiness is a side effect of either impatience or thirst brought on by salty food. And I have one more that I wrote in Paul Concaso's workshop, which is titled Why the Label Maker My Mom Bought at Kmart in the early 70s is a better product than the digital label maker I bought at Target in 2019. The second I was born, I was a son to my parents. The second I was born, I was a premature baby in need of incubation to doctors and nurses. When I came home, I was a brother to two boys who had yet to meet me. I was labeled Rita and Ed's son to those who knew my parents. As I grew older, I was labeled Alan's and Paul's brother. There have been times, though, that they got labeled as my brother. Throughout my life, I've had labels attached to me. Many were born of my decisions and actions, and many were born of situations beyond my control. Some were positive, some were negative, some were accurate, some were inaccurate. Many were assumptions. Once a person gets labeled, even if they soak themselves in hot soapy water, then fully remove the adhesive residue with Goo Gone, an inaccurate label will exist in the memories of those exposed to it. When someone loses a lot of weight, sometimes someone on the sidelines will suggest that person who lost the weight either had liposuction or a gastric bypass, rather than having had exercise, healthy living, as if the person who lost the weight was incapable of what it takes to lose weight the old-fashioned way. Such verbal labels are gaslighting via gossiping. They are labels of disregard. They are labels written on label makers, printed on label maker paper that doesn't necessarily stick to every surface, but gets read before they peel away, then get blown by wind into oblivion. But once read, the label exists in someone else's mind as doubt. We are all born into labels that are our DNA. But our non-DNA labels we acquire throughout our lives may not be born of our decisions and actions, but assumptions of others made from supplications. And sometimes there is not enough Goo Gone at both Home Depot and Lowe's to remove all the adhesive. Thank you. And thank you, Paul Concaso, for having a wonderful workshop.
Excellent work, Generalissimo, as always. And thank you for lifting Paul and these other spaces where you get to create this beautiful work. Please unmute yourselves and give Generalissimo some love.
Oh, right, Jane, don't you have a workshop coming up?
I sure do, but this is your time. You gonna get your love. I'll tell them about it later. Now, y'all yell for this man.
Generalissimo!
Generalissimo!
Yeah! First.
A lot of people need to hear that.
I loved it. I loved it so much. Please go after me before me. I was about to ask to go after you. I was scared to go before you. I was scared. But thank you. You are amazing. And please. More.
Everybody go be here now. That's your turn.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Listen, we love y'all. We want you to get your flowers, right? You know, we all got shows. We all doing stuff. Right, but your time to shine. I appreciate you, Generalissimo, for mentioning, you know, Art Defined is yet another safe space that a lot of us find ourselves in, and has given a bunch of us opportunities to not just be performers, but also to be teachers, to help our other creatives get to places they want to be creatively. And I think that's so important. So as he mentioned, we have another writing workshop on Sunday. We actually do it every Sunday. Different moderators, and that will be from 2 to 4. And again, if you are interested in that, you can follow me at It's Ray Jane, and you'll find flyers, how to get to it. You know, you're more than welcome. Tell people about it. You know, usually it's free, or just asking for a donation of like $1 or something. You know, come through. We'd love to create with you, right? In these spaces, we get to hear what you created. In those spaces, we get to create alongside you, which is just as much as a blessing. So thank you for that, Generalissimo, and for being here, being dope in general. I mean, really. General, you see what I did with that? General and generalissimo. You know, okay, I do what I can. You know what I'm saying? So next person that's going to have to come up and tell us, excellent storytelling. I see the sun must have went down because when we started the show, there was this lovely bit of sunshine on Ike Waltz's face, and now we're here with our mood lighting for our storytelling. Ike Waltz, please unmute yourself and welcome back, brother.
Something happened last week. We talked about cluster bombs in Ukraine. Cluster bombs. Cluster bombs. War is never the same. World War I was known as the war to end all wars because of the great slaughter and destruction it caused. Really? Since 1918, do you know how many wars were fought? Since today, how many wars will be fought? That in our name. Do you know cluster bombs? Do you know anything about war? I am a war child. Ukraine reminded me, walk thee forever, not again, and why again? And nothing has changed. What was the date that I was born to be turned into a soldier to serve one despicable man? War is what I saw, the misery I remember. War is what I see again. War is when words are worthless, imagination of the demonic obscene. War is when it takes a bomb to kill a child. War is when flowers burn and crushed churches cry. War is where devout politicians and their corporate cronies make fortunes of the calculated dead. War is when tears masturbate in shock and awe, quarterbacking seesaw on display. War is when one man points the poker-faced nuclear finger of the righteous fist. War is collateral damage where mothers receive no medals, but it is the accepted norm. War is when you and I cannot kiss anymore. Desires scattered in the trenches like never before. War is when my brother tried to stop a tank with one hand. War is when you run but can't get away. War is when slaughterhouse history are whitewashed with hypocrisy. War is when killing machines obscure the sun. No children at play. War is when the dead grasp onto white patriotic crosses, choreographed in green fields, the countless are the losses. War is when names decay inside mass graves of the innocent and nameless, and numbers have a lot to say. War is when a whole generation changes into crafted killers. That's okay. Photos of obedience on the mantelpiece, images of patriotism do not please. War is when David refuses to take a ride, but begs for stones to defend the people on his side. War is when one deranged man controls the price of gas on my holy pump, and we pretend to care when lives are slaughtered in plain sight. Crosses we accept to bear. War is when cheap propaganda poisons wisdom, and the fake succeeds not to trust anyone anymore. War is an apocalyptic game, the cruelty of our sublime man-made gods we dare not to blame. Or when the god is putting one man on the spot to remind us that mankind exceeded once again the guidance of our divine, so man-made. War is What one God can start, but no God can stop in any time. War is humanity insane. War is a human disease. War is when a poet weaponizes virtue paper thin with stinging words, hoping he may win. War wars and bloody confrontations turn into boring war movies. War wars when the man who comes through the door is not ready anymore. War wars when the dead and the alive jubilate with Schiller and Beethoven. Alle Menschen werden Brüder. All men will emerge as brothers. But no more war remains in the gutter, and mankind finally must evolve and accept that alle Menschen sind Brüder. All men are brothers. Remember, war is life in the Ukraine. We can even participate every day. When I read this poem and you feel uncomfortable, and I know that America does not listen, and you don't care. May God help the Ukraine. May God enlighten the USA. But cluster bombs, and then nerve gas, followed by tactical nuclear weapons? Is this our road to peace? Please.
Woo! So on time, so pertinent, so impactful. Thank you for being here, Ike, and for sharing that. Please unmute yourselves and give Ike Wolf some love.
Fantastic work, Ike.
Absolutely.
Job to ask the
Very
hard questions.
well-informed interpretation.
Thank you for reminding us that it is indeed.
War is doing it to all of us, right? Hopefully there will be some of us left, right? And hopefully those of us left will still be unafraid to tell the truth, because we need that. All right, next person on the list that's finna bless us is our brother out. Oh, we going back to the West Coast. West Coast is heavy tonight. I'm here for it. D. Allen, I see you, my brother, and you could go ahead and share your screen. Welcome back. I don't know if you're saying anything, D. Allen, but we can't hear you. Please make sure you unmute yourself, dear.
I'm unmuted.
Right, now we can hear you. It's the first time. Welcome back. Do your thing.
From the Compass Online Magazine, issue 5. This is called Things Fall Apart. Things fall apart in times of war and loss of regularly scheduled lives and more. Comfortable homes, farms, and markets singled out by unexpected missiles, convenient targets. These times of war only tyrants crave, flatten cities, submission, every person their slave. But the Ukrainian survivors will rise above the gloom and arrive at a brighter future where flowers still bloom. That poem was called Things Fall Apart. From this mic to your ears, I'm D. Allen. Thanks for listening. Free to Ukraine.
Hell yeah, D. Allen. That's how you do that. No wonder your pieces are published. D. Allen is also an excellent and accomplished artist all to himself. Make sure you get with D. Allen so you can get some more of that and find out where the rest of his work resides, because it's a lot of different places, as it should be. In the meantime, please unmute yourselves and give D. Allen some love for that piece.
Very nice.
D. Allen.
Very nice.
Slava Ukraini.
Nice, bro.
Heroyam Slava.
It was the
Gwen's
whole.
got another manuscript coming out too. Be on the lookout.
Absolutely, absolutely. Obviously, you got fans in the room, Deanna, but then I hope you already knew that. All right. Next person up. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all we international, boo. I mean that when I say that, okay? Because we really appreciate the connections that we are able to make. One great thing that came out of COVID, amongst the very, very horrible things that came out of COVID, is these Zoom spaces where we are able to diminish, right? And in a lot of ways, erase these longitudinal lines that kind of keep us from one another and connect anyway, right? So we were blessed to be able to connect with our brother Unesh, right, from India. He's got his own open mic, Let's Unmesh Life, and I'm going to let him unmute himself so he could tell you all about it. Welcome back, my brother.
Hello, Regine. Hello, RMT. Hello, Elemental. And hello, everyone. This is Unmesh Mohitkar. And here we go. Trying to find love in others, he started hating himself. Every time he fell in love, something important he lost, which never came back. Like love cannot be measured, loss is immeasurable. They say hurt makes you strong. Ask the tree which is cut into two pieces. Ask the servant slaving in the master's fields day and night. Hurt just hurts like a cobra sting each and every time. There are places inside you where you don't allow unauthorized entry access. But if someone enters into those sacred spaces, leaving is impossible. Physically, might be away from you, but still that person sits inside you in that protected space. You are never stronger, never fearless, never brave. You just understand how to hide your insecurity, when, where, and how. Like a mercenary searching for happiness, asking everyone when, where, and how. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Woo! Listen, Umesh, I could listen to you all day, brother. That voice is just the most beautiful thing. Thank you for your words and for choosing to be here with us continuously, right? And for making a safe space for us to jump over to when we feel inclined to connect with the whole world, right? Please unmute yourselves and give Umesh some love.
Mesh,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Deep
Thank you.
piece. Take it deeper though. I wanted to go one level more.
Right. Beautiful stuff. Listen, we love having y'all here. I don't know about y'all. Y'all are so inspiring. You know, often I'm sitting here writing down, you know what, this is a good idea. I need to write me a war poem. It's been a while. You know what I mean? So we appreciate you. Please know you are inspiring someone, right? You may not get that feedback right away, but please, you know, trust that process. Show up as if the thing that you are going to say is going to save someone. It's going to change their life. Right? So come with that confidence because you already came all this way. You might as well. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go ahead and unmute, make sure you're saying something. All right? Because we need to hear some good. All right? And speaking of good, Joshua, I'm sorry I missed that prompt for a countdown, but it is your go. So I see you in the video. We excited to have you back, right? We all working on some things. We gonna come on with some things. We appreciate you. I'm gonna ask you to unmute yourself. Welcome back. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Cool. I'm gonna just jump right into it. Some new shit, some old shit. And I'm gonna try to keep it to the 3 minutes type shit.
just different.
Yeah. Yeah. We figured it out now on our way to the top. No triggers in cloud, bow to the most high. We doubt how that's possible. In the roundabout space, I'm the most high, taking cues from the toast. We post forever, never fly by the night, break bread up by faith. You could consider how that tastes. See, sprinkle holy water and wet up your face. Forever be. We live in the first world, so it's never three. The Father, Son, and Spirit, the Holy Trinity. Make rollies solely finna be. Well, with my crew, we solely in the key to this. Like, give me some weed in this. I'm in need of distant thoughts, a departure from my daily archery. You know, it's hard to see with these micro darts in me, but there ain't no parts of me that ever fight back. I just levitate, headed to be, headed to stay, with the opposition deader than me. This is how it always was, and it was said to be. So I'm gonna fight back. I'm picking it up and putting it down. Is you picking up what I'm putting down? I never know unless you show me who your behavior. Jesus is Savior, conflicted and rigorous. Never I save you. Your perceptions, the picture you see, I feel you. Cops is crooked. Now let's get back to the story for Jesus' glory. Is you picking up what I'm putting down? Mustn't see it on the path, never I blast. Yo, we figured it out now. Jesus the door, no quicker route how he do that. Miracles is what they see, and praising higher beings, conflicted thoughts and murders I am seeing. In the belly of New York, hit the celly just to get some pork. She says she want to bite too, so I ordered double the slices. She a thick bitch and she like it. Woman, not obliged, but never mind. So like I said, we live in a world with the homeless. You go figure that. We gonna be here building businesses. Out in Cape Town with my is doing business shit. Constantia posted like a stanza. I'm clicking eye. Just my clicking eye. Stepping on the roach like a stepping stone, but I'm such a fiend that I save him. For the sauce in my brain became fame. No, it's my kingdom. The Lord speaking through me. What else you expect when it's blue seas and green earth and blue weed? Purple hairs don't get me high, but I still swag as soon as possible. Dip to the cut, unstoppable, unforgettable. Look like Jeezy and Drizzy in 03. Weezy and Dizzy like easy. I'm busy. Daydreams of this girl Lizzie. It's always positive. Like my bank accounts, they always positive. COVID-19 never. I'm positive. We figured it out now on our way to the top. No triggers in cloud, bow to the most high. We doubt how it's possible. In a roundabout space, I'm the most high, taking cues from the toast. We post forever, never fly by the night, break bread up by faith. You consider how that tastes. See, sprinkle holy water and wet up your face, forever be. We live in the first world, so it's never free. The Father, Son, and Spirit, the Holy Trinity, big rollies, solely finna be. Well, with my crew, we solely in the key to this. Like, give me some weed in this. I'm in need of distant thoughts, a departure from my daily archery. You know, it's hard to see with these micro dogs at me. There ain't no parts of me that ever fight back. I just levitate. Headed to be, headed to state, with the opposition deader than me. This is how it always was, and it was said it to be. So I'm gonna fight back. NYC things.
Okay, Joshua Love, we see you hitting us with the rhymes on top of the fresh beats. Okay, I'm here for it. So glad that your video was able to work tonight and you were able to be here to share that with us. And I know this is just the tip of the iceberg as far as your talents are concerned. So we're excited to see how it blooms and blossoms, right? Because it's already exciting. Okay, please unmute yourselves. Make sure you give Joshua Love mad love for that, all right?
Good stuff, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Flow was
That was fire, man. That
Nice
was
lock
all
in.
fire, man. For
Did
you
you
to
make
just
the
come
beat?
back on the scene and just do it like that, that was fire, man.
Right, you got questions. People want to know, did you make that beat on your own? Where you get that beat from, right? So make sure you got questions for the man. Hit him up, make sure you follow him. Love, hospitality, okay? Make sure you follow him, get connected with each other. All right, that's the only way we grow. All right, we're going to get back into this list. I think Bianca was supposed to be next, but I think Bianca is not here, and that's okay. Our girl Bianca's out here, got Patreon going on, making money moves. So whenever she returns to us, we will make space for her, as always. In the interim, y'all know who's next, right? and they changed their hair. Their glasses is on point. You know I'm talking about you, girl. You already know what it is, okay? Kelly McAllister, please unmute yourself and welcome back, gorgeous. It's been a while.
It's been too long, but everything has been chaos. I have one piece that I've been workshopping all week, so I want to apologize publicly to Jenna Relissimo, who's going to have to hear it for like the third time. But I've been tweaking this one and trying to get it right. So this is finally titled, it's called The Web I Weave. I know that I cannot trust my own mind. It's always spinning. Scenarios where I'm never winning, always starting over, just beginnings, a game of baseball, endless innings. I'm so tired from all the spinning. I'm dizzy and despondent, never knowing up from down because I'm down all the time. Even when I'm smiling, say I'm fine. It's just a line. We know I'm lying. I'm lying around, stuck to the ground. The morning's so hard to greet. Stand on my own 2 feet when I'm browbeat by the day to day. Get up, slave away, go to bed and repeat. What's the point of this feat? Most days I'd rather just sleep. Aye, there's the rub. The cost is pretty steep. For in the sleep of death, what dreams may come? I'm stuck in that dreaming. On those days of endless sleeping, the dreamy wanderings of the unconscious, not the conscious dreams of achieving, not some goals that I can believe in, just nonsense that I struggle leaving. I'm drifting through my own life, my thoughts just spinning. So I make like a spider, and I spin myself a web, and I anchor it to you all. For the days I'd rather be dead. A strand of silken web is anchored to my mother, her body my first home, her heartbeat my first song. And though this life feels so long, I know that it is wrong for parent to bury child, the pain of my arrival dwarfed by a premature end. Another leads to my father, to the feet I once stood on to dance around the living room when I was just a wee one. Now our feet are the same size, but I still follow inside his footprints. When the going gets too hard, I can lean on his innate goodness. Many lead to my nieces, the ones I held as tiny babes, whose chubby cheeks are giving way to missing teeth and lanky legs, getting taller every day, who let me sometimes see the world through the magic of their eyes that still light up when they see me. That's a reason to survive. My sister holds a few in her steadfast, chatty ways, my staunchest defender since the days of child's play. My best friend grabbed onto her strands. She knows that they are there. She listens when I need her, even though it makes her scared, drags me out into the world so I remember that it's there. I've stuck strands on people's backs over long and lazy brunches, to all my aunts and uncles and cousins, because I've got relations by the bunches. I've got strands up on my colleagues, all the volunteers at work, and there are more than a few tangled in my puppy's scruffy fur. I've got strands here in this room with you and you and you and you, all the people who have listened to the stories I've been through, who can nod in understanding, say, yeah, I've been there too. That connection is important. I've got strands on all you too. So when the darkness comes, when the floor drops from below, I don't have to fear the fall. This web won't let me get too low. While I'm stuck there drifting, my web just wafting in the breeze, I know I'm safe there till the morning, when another day is new. I can watch the sunrise pierce the dark, the sky and I regain our hues. I cannot trust my mind. I know enough that this is true. But when I cannot trust myself, I've spun a web that's made of you.
Ooh, listen. Can I tell you that your workshopping has been successful? That was, I'm still trying to figure out the words to describe that, but it was cerebral in a way that I really appreciated, right? Something that's so simple, right? Connecting pieces of ourselves to other people to buoy us when we feel like we're drowning in life. Man, listen here, Kelly McAllister. This is why I treat you like I do. This is why, you keep coming back here looking all fly, saying all these fly words, and then why does Ray J treat me like this? It's not my fault. It's your fault. Please unmute yourselves and tell us her fault. It's her fault.
Great stuff,
Yeah,
Kelly.
bring it home.
Kelly Mac.
Kelly, bring it here. Bring it home.
That was
Love it.
incredible.
workshop.
The
and
journey.
listen.
It's the journey. Bring it here, bring it home.
The
We're all
emotional imagery was insane. Insane.
Yes.
Thank you, CP. Thank you. Because I couldn't figure out what the hell to say. But you said it. You said what I was feeling. Thank you for that. Listen, Kelly, keep on workshopping because that was a workshop in itself. Okay? Listen, this is why we encourage you all to take advantage of places where you can sharpen your craft. You're already amazing, right? But how much can you be better? We can all be better. We can all be better, right? Nobody is beyond the point of improvement. No one, right? So if you think you are, you're wrong. Hello, good morning. New day on that thought. Put that old one to bed, baby, because it's old and it's played out and it's inaccurate, which is the most important part of it. All right, we're here to spread, to stretch, to sharpen. Okay, so don't be stingy with your gifts. Right? And that also means taking them into other spaces so you can keep on getting better. Okay, speaking of keep on getting better, this next brother just every week we boop 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 with that tangible poetry, that stuff you can touch and you can feel, right? And he just happens to have his book in the back just in case you need, something that you can hold on to, because it's easy to feel lost in the world. Daniel Fernandez, please unmute yourself. Come on with that truth, brother. Welcome back.
Hello, I just put my link tree in the chat. For today, I'll try to make it quick. I have actually 3 poems, 2 small ones and one that's a little shorter than 3 minutes. Let me just get into it. So these first 2 poems, actually, I'll shout out to Finn Bell because this is part of her, like the weekly challenges that she has on Instagram. So I'll do that. She would put like a photo and then have like a specific, rules to follow when it comes to like stanzas, or it could be syllables. It depends. But anyways, first one is Golden Eyes. A smile that's seductive and surreal, amazed by books due to what they reveal. Turn the page on her form of entertainment, lost in a story that's filled with romance, stunned by the end, so she buys another so the feeling comes again. Thank you. The next one I have is Dancing in the Wind. Dancing in the wind, lost in beauty, trust, and love, in a dreamlike state, kissing perfection with bliss, enjoying life like music. Thank you. And my last one is Halo YouTube. I'd like to start a YouTube, and it will be in the works. I don't know when I'll get it up and running, but was thinking of starting with something like this. Halo YouTube, to all the viewers out there, searching for God knows what and unprepared for what's to come, because the internet is a strange place. You watch a video of a cat, 2 hours later, you're watching a documentary on space. Well, this is the first step towards victory. I didn't practice, so bear with me. The road's frozen, so the surface is slippery. People despise success if it ain't them swimming in trophies. I don't want to die in order to be famous. I understand the risk because happiness is dangerous. People get jealous and then start a fuss, and then everyone questions why no one can trust. That's sadly how it works in the world of entertainment. You look out for yourself and for what you represent. No matter how hard or nice we are, there are things in life we just can't prevent. Stop dwelling on the past and focus on the present. Each year we lose touch with ourselves and we don't even ask why. Inflation multiplies as our paycheck slowly dies. Annoyed as if you bought the wrong size. Underwater as if you'll be baptized. Let's break the internet with poetry. Touch the heart as we mask this country. Dealing with a war as the government is making it rain quietly. Poets getting creative, treating a journal like a diary. I am a poet with ambition, shooting out poems like ammunition, hoping to save a life and gain some recognition. It'll take time before I complete my mission. Join me in the journey of life as you watch my progress on a random device, blinded by confidence of a future so bright, praying for a change so that I can make things right. I'll write and take a request Finish a story wondering what comes next. Jump into a person's life that someone suggests. They can be happy, excited, livid, or depressed. Hello, YouTube. Here's the future face of poetry. Send a link to all your buddies so that more can notice me. The words that twist the gut, that it's hard not to agree, that life itself is difficult. Is the key when chasing a dream, wanting to be on everyone's phone, but not as a meme. Read the comments, but ignore the ones that are a bit extreme. Fighting good with evil, as we know humans lie in between. I'm here for the fans, allured by compliments, choking on anticipation of delivering great content. Haters are inevitable, so I know what I'm up against. Just walk casually as you would at a comic event. Shoot an idea, and I'll do my absolute best. Give credit to the emotions that were expressed. People need the words, and I have the motive to invest my time and empathy, which may explain why I'm obsessed. Well, my time is wrapping up, but I'll be back again. Soak up the comments and call you all my friends. Play with the syllables so that my sins are cleansed. Posting poems whenever possible, on the edge of being the next trend. Thank you.
Yes, Captain Flo, listen, not on the edge. You are the next trend, all right? Lean into that. Bust down, get that YouTube started. Don't say if, say when, okay? Say when. All right, please unmute yourselves and give Daniel some love.
All three of those pieces of advice,
Captain
man.
Awesome
Flo
sauce,
does
Daniel.
it again. That's how you do it, man. For real.
Thank you.
All three of those pieces of fire.
Will be
Short and
YouTube
long,
circuit
man.
and
Short and
channel.
long.
You start that
Thank you.
channel because you got the opening already done. So the rest, you have as well. So that was great, And yes, I did enjoy those two short poems as well. But that was so unusual from you, but they said
Yeah.
so much. That was great, All three are great.
Excellent work as always. Make sure you find that brother and buy that book. Follow, support, right? If you want the show to be better, you got to support the artists, right? Not to say that it needs to be, but he already told you he's growing and pushing and stretching. So give him some energy. Growing, pushing, and stretching is a lot of energy, folks. Sometimes we need somebody to pour into us. So pour into each other, all right? In the meantime, in between time, we're going to pour into our brother Abraham Kamani. He is sitting up. He's ready, okay? Listen, I like the fro, brother. We're going to bring back the fro for real. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me unmute you. Welcome back. Do your thing.
Hey, well, you are bringing them back, Ray J. Shoot, I like your flow. Mine is a little bit too entangled, but, we're going to work on that. I'm going to share this one piece. I'm only going to do one today because this one is probably going to touch the 3-minute mark. And I started writing this on the 4th of July, but I didn't actually finish it until today. It's a critique of the Declaration of Independence. It's called Balance of Power. God created all men equally, gave life and liberty to everybody as a natural human birthright, irrespective of race, class, and sex. He did not have preference for the Jew over the Greek, the bond over the free, the male over the female, for all was made to be one in Christ Jesus, not as citizens of one nation, but as inheritors of the earth in pursuit of abundant happiness. But it is painfully crystal clear that the scribes who drafted the Declaration of Independence 247 years ago were not Revolutionary War heroes fighting to abolish a system that has proven to be divisive in more ways than one. Nearly 2.5 centuries later, the government of Uncle Sam does not equally value all lives and livelihoods of people. Racism, capitalism, and sexism continues to run wildly rampant as the relatively few in power willingly sacrifice their humanity for massive monetary gains. Very few law enforcement officials have been legally convicted, while many have either received a tap on the wrist or no punishment for stealing Black lives, women's lives, the lives of those in poverty, casualties of an intersectional crisis. If America is truly a Christian, She would stop showing partiality toward whites over blacks, toward the rich over the poor, toward men over women. She would make sure her citizens had equal access to justice by giving more to those in need and less to those who have, by granting control of laborious fruits to toilers in every industry working hard with their bodies, minds, hearts, and souls to maintain a roof over their heads, food on the table, clothes on their backs, shoes on their feet. Most of all, she will ensure all people can live an abundant life on her soil without any fear of losing their lives at the hands of the state for simply being who they are. If she is unwilling to secure the safety and happiness to marginalized groups who have been historically and remain unsafe and unhappy under present day conditions, then her governmental system must be abolished and reconstructed by those who reimagine a society rooted in the need for unity and the equal balance of power. Only then can America live up to her Declaration of Independence, her pledge of allegiance to the flag, and be one nation, one people, under God. Poem.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You better say that. Okay. Define it. Put them facts on the wall for the people to read. Please unmute yourselves. Give Abraham Kamani some love for that.
Oh,
Read the
It's
song.
always so dope to hear that work, man. Keep putting it in, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for speaking the truth. That was powerful. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Absolutely. We love a good truth telling. Okay, we like it. Air them out. Air the whole United States out while we watch and listen. We gonna be like, true, we saying it right. We appreciate you. Make sure you put your information in the chat so folks can follow you so they can hear some more of that realness, right? Because we all need that. All right, so we're gonna jump over to Catman Bill and see if Catman is ready. I know he needed a little time to get set up. Catman, are you with us? You ready? I know we got the acoustics rocking in the bathroom. Are we good?
I'm ready.
Yes, go for it, Catman.
Yes, it's from Catman Bill's bathroom again. One would think that I spend all my time here, but I do when I tune in here. So before I talk about this song, and it's by Mississippi John Hurt. John Hurt has been a lifelong musical companion of mine, and I often call him my musical godfather because I just love his work. And I've had the privilege of befriending his granddaughter, and who's invited me down to Mississippi to do a festival once she gets back into it, probably next year. So, and before that, I'll just say that one of my cats is in major surgery tonight. I hope she makes it through. Yeah, I did all I could do, and I can't get along with you. I'm gonna take you to your mama payday. Payday. Well, the rabbit's in the log, and I ain't got no rabbit dog, and I hate to see that rabbit get away. Get away. Baby, I did all I could do, and I can't get along with you. I'm gonna take you to your mama payday. shanty for a day. For a day. Baby, I did all I could do, and I can't get along with you. I'm gonna take you to your mama. Payday. Payday. Thank you.
Thank you, Catman. That was beautiful. And just so you know, we're all holding space with your kitty cat. I hope that they come back to you safely and healthier.
Thank you very much. Jezebel is her name.
Jezebel, what a good name. Come on. Gotta give it up to all the Jezebels out there, okay? Please unmute yourselves and give Catman some love.
There you go, Catman.
Beautiful playing and singing.
Nice picking.
Always
Yeah,
great
I
to
needed
hear
that.
Cat,
Absolutely.
He is in the bathroom with the best acoustics. Always great to hear Cat.
I don't know if you've done an album yet, but Live from the Bathroom should be a title for one of your albums.
I love that.
Unplugged.
Now, how's that? That's probably
Unplugged. I don't know.
That's good. Listen, stop giving away all these ideas for free, Catman. Look, somebody write them down. You know what? That's a good idea. My acoustics are pretty good too with the bathroom. Okay, listen, we got your back. Okay, if we need to take it to copyright law, you know, throw somebody in copyright jail, we're gonna be like, yo, we remember when he came up with the idea. Okay, 7/13/2023, 11:17 p.m. All right, we keep the notes though, just in case you need it. All right, we have made it to the end of the show, folks. All right, I just want to say thank you to everyone who came out tonight, whether you're performing or just filling the space with your good energy. We appreciate you, all those folks out in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter land who are joining us virtually just to kind of feel the vibes. We appreciate you as well, right? We are doing this thing here every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. This is a Thursday night online open mic. I'm your host, it's Ray Jane. And we got one last person on our good luck round, never least though, right? Sometimes last, but never least. Okay, so that person is our Serene Poems, etc. Okay, please unmute yourself and welcome back, my dear. Do your thing.
Hi. I already took my earrings off. I had some cute earrings on earlier too. So I have a short one, and it kind of goes with what seemed like the theme tonight about war and how crazy our world is. It's just a micro poem. World upside down, blooming stiffly round, heart galvanized, bound. Trauma's colors taste like sound. Stranded, mind aground. Grief and fear compound. Nothing spins around. Liars paint their crown. The good people drown. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Listen, what a way to end with all of that realness. I feel like that was almost a summation of the entire evening, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Such goodness and right on time. So glad we had time to add you, and thank you for being here. Please unmute yourselves and give Serene Poems, etc.
What was the name of that dance? The dive?
Oh, that was wonderful.
Thanks.
So peace, Serene. Really appreciate you closing us out like that. Really.
On time.
Gotta swim.
And listen,
Thanks for having me.
you are welcome. And you know, you don't have to ever wear any earrings here. You got good earlobes. Okay, your earlobes are just fine. Okay. We appreciate all of you.
Thank
for
you,
being-
everyone.
Yes.
Thank you, RMT and Elemental and Ray Jane for doing the work you do.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. Same way we
29th.
end, right? 29th. July 29th. And before we go, I promised Bill Elkins I would sing a little bit of Heat Wave. So I keep my promises, okay?
Okay.
So just a little bit, and then, you know, I'll
Okay.
keep y'all unmuted, so, you know, yell, do what you do afterwards, and then Ron is gonna take us out of here, okay? I'm gonna put up these words again, because, you know, I'm old, so, you know, sometimes I be forgetting, you know. Y'all know I found a gray hair in my fro the other day. I said, oh, hold on now.
Welcome home. Let it go great.
Right? I can't wait to be Salt and Pepper Fro. Y'all gonna be sick of me, okay?
Yeah, I'm working on that myself.
Okay, I know. See, I'm gonna have to go to the West Coast, and we just gonna have to have a fro time. You know what I'm
Although,
saying?
you know, my hair is not, you know,
Just gonna
dark
post up in
brown.
random places. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go see Bill.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Whenever I'm with you, something inside starts to burning, and I'm filled with desire. Could it be the devil in me, or is this the way love's supposed to be? Just like a heat wave burning in my soul. All right, take that
All
with
right.
you. Turn on your AC.
Bustin' and Van Dillers.
All right, girl.
You know what I'm saying? I love singing to y'all. Y'all are my favorites. You already know. You deserve somebody to sing to you every day. And if you just want somebody to do it, just come on out. Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to sing to you. We're going to poetry to you. We're going to play our guitars and our pianos and fill you with the love that the world won't give you. Okay? So feel free to throw some love into the atmosphere. I'm going to count it down from 5 this time because we've been here for a while.
Okay.
And
Love.
right,
Take
5.
care, all.
We love
Take care, man.
4.
You have been rocking with the best, the dopest hostess in the Zoom verse, the one and only Ray Jane. Y'all know what it is. Get your life. It's Thursday night. To every poet who rocked the mic this evening, y'all have all been incredible. Y'all make this thing go. Your energy is truly, truly appreciated, loved, and valued. Y'all the business all the way around. I'll see y'all on Monday.
Take care of you. Monday.
Big facts. Remember, you're worth it. Not just worthy, you're worth it.
Worth
Bye-bye.
Peace. We're going to see you next week.